Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching, y'all. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate you all, and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So I want to talk about this in particular, okay? It's a lot of information that's coming out, a lot. And I just want to talk about is this a coincidence that the same exact almost setup happened to Mo3 and Dolph? Okay, y'all? I want y'all to think about the whole setup, okay? And I said this a long time ago when they start trying to bury Mo3's case under the rug. I said if this case does not, see the daylight, and everybody, that's paid for it and all this other stuff get away with this, I said this would happen again. And due to the fact that they thought they got away so smooth, okay, that somebody was coaching people that you have to be so many, feet or whatever away from the scene, then you won't be questioned and all of this other mess. It lets you know that there are undercover cops involved in this case on both ends, okay, because they were schooled, okay. Every time you bring up Trap, that he was on that expressway, people be like, y'all know he was way back, he wasn't on the expressway. He had clear footage. He could see what went down on the expressway, even that far away. You can have binoculars, whatever, but he knew what happened. And word on the street is he came through there twice. They say he was recording and everything. Okay, y'all? So just because he went live and he was way back yonder and he showed how far he was, that does not mean did not have play a part in this. I want to just compare the things that happened to Dolph with Mo3. They say that Mo3 spent the night at a female's house before everything went down that next morning. They say Dolph spent the night with some female before everything went down the next morning. Okay, y'all? They said 4 cars, okay, and I'm saying alleged to all of this because this is what's out here. They said 4 cars surrounded Mo3 when he left this female's house. 4 cars surrounded him. All right, y'all? They're saying now that Dolph was surrounded by a lot of cars and Jeeps, okay, y'all? Same thing. Same thing. A black Jeep on the scene, Trap Boy. Mo3. A black Jeep on the scene, they're saying Moneybag Yo. Or Black Youngster, take your pick. They're saying was in a black Jeep across the street from where Dolph was taken out. Not only was a black Jeep shown across the street during the time that young Dolph was being taken out, there was some other cars in a cut over there across the street. Now remember that Mo3, there was 4 cars around him, right? And remember, they also said he went to a gas station. We don't have any confirmation on that, but they said that he did go to a gas station too. And like I said before, why didn't they take him out when he was coming out of this female's house? Why didn't they take him out when he was driving down the street? Now, everybody know that he was in like a little duck-off car or whatever. So why didn't they just hit up the car, y'all? They wanted him at a specific location, okay? They wanted him on that expressway because that's how they had set up everything, okay? So for him to go to that expressway, get out of his car, a lot of stuff don't make sense on what happened. And now they're saying the same thing for Dolph. They're saying that he could have been ran to that cookie shop or whatever because so many people was following him. But that don't make any sense if you're in a bulletproof car. Okay, y'all? I want y'all to think about this. If Dolph was in a bulletproof car, why get out the car if he was suspicious about people following him? Now, we clearly see he was surrounded at that gas station. And he didn't even realize the people behind him because he was looking at the cars driving past in front of him. That SUV that drove past that Dolph had his eye just locked on that was riding past. Now, they say that Dolph had just got into an argument with somebody, y'all. Okay? He just had got into an argument, I guess with Moneybag and them. I don't know for sure. But they are saying that he got into an argument. Peep the whole setup, y'all. Peep everything that's going on. They say he had an argument with, I guess, CMG artists or whatever at that time. Okay? So, automatically, if you just had an argument with somebody, you in town where they live in that same, they have access to that town too. Okay? North side, south side, whatever. You just got into it with somebody. Now you at the gas station. And somebody is riding past. The car looks familiar. This is not no regular car that's riding past. This is a car that costs a lot of money. So you know that, no doubt, it's probably the people that you just had this argument with. Okay? Now, make it make sense to me that if Dolph was on alert like this, why would he go into the cookie shop? And they say he was in a hurry. That's why he didn't back into the cookie shop. That he tried to get into the cookie shop, maybe for safety or whatever. I don't think that lines up, because if he was going into the cookie shop for safety, why not stay in the car that's bulletproof, y'all? By the time he got to the cookie shop, he didn't see anybody else following him, but they were already planted around the cookie shop. Ask yourself this question. Because if he got in that car and drove off and then he didn't see anybody else following him around and all of this other stuff that was all gathering around him, ask yourself this question. Why in the world, if he was on alert and went into the cookie shop, would he send his brother to another store or whatever his brother went to if he was on alert that people was around him? That don't make any sense, y'all. Okay? If you got one hitter with you, okay, well, allegedly supposed to have been a demon. If you got one hitter with you and you already see familiar cars around the gas station and everything else, and now it's showing that, at first I thought that the Jeep that had pulled up in the gas station, I thought that maybe that was his security. Okay? But if it wasn't his security and he starts seeing all these unfamiliar or familiar, expensive cars around him and he just got into it with somebody, why send your only hitter that you have with you somewhere else? Why was he in another store or in the back of the store or whatever? You're supposed to be on alert if you just, something ain't adding up right now. It's like if you're out in the street, just put yourself in this position. If you get into an argument with someone, are you going to send your one hitter that you have with you because you done left all of your security back at the hotel somewhere, motel, wherever, okay? Why would you send your one person that's supposed to have your back away? Ask yourself this question. Why wouldn't that person be standing right next to you when some stuff went down? And the thing of it is, why would you leave your stuff in the car if Demon had to run to the car to get it? Something is not adding up here, y'all. Something don't make sense. And I don't know why people is like acting like, oh, his brother went to the store next door. There's no footage showing his brother went to the store next door. But of course, they're keeping out a lot of stuff and they're releasing a little bit of stuff at a time to us, so that you can kind of help them out with the case, but they're not giving you the whole story of what happened. Now, the paperwork says that, Demon, they tried to take him out too. But something just don't add up, y'all. I'm telling you, put yourself in this place, and you just got into it with your ops. He clearly saw his ops driving past when he was at the gas station because his head was locked on that. When you get back in your car from pumping that gas, the first thing you're going to tell your one and only hitter is, stay by me with that thing, okay? Because, I just saw somebody rode past. It looked like Moneybag Yo them car or a Black Youngster them car. Something just don't make sense. And then you go into this cookie shop. You park back, you park frontwards facing the cookie shop instead of parking backwards so that you can whip on out of there or whatever. And, something just off about this whole thing, y'all. And then they're saying the brother, it seems like a setup. I don't care how you look at it. It seems like a setup. The phone call, he was on the phone when it happened. Mo3 was on the phone when it happened. The one hitter that Mo3 supposed to had in his life, he was on the expressway. He the first one that got locked up. Who's the first person that got locked up for Dolph? His brother. The Grim Reaper was the first person that got locked up in Mo3's case. Y'all, make it make sense. It seems like the exact setup. And this is why I say this, that a lot of people that were involved in Mo3 case is involved in this case, because it's clear that, they think that they got away with some stuff. But look at stuff that's coming out now. Sometimes it takes a minute for things to, fall into place. But look at the things that's coming out now with Sogayo, y'all. He's locked up, but he's not locked up for what happened with Mo3. Before he got locked up, he's putting out videos talking about, hitting a gorilla in the face. And they're saying that Mo3 was hit all in his face, y'all. That's why he had a closed casket. This is what they're saying. Okay, so this is word on the street, so I'm going to say alleged. But he did put a video out before he got locked up, saying he hit a gorilla in the face. And everybody, calls, Mo3 or had these gorilla emojis when they talk about Mo3. So, come on now, y'all. Connect these dots, because something is not adding up with the whole Dolph thing. If Dolph felt like his life was in danger, and people were saying this too. People were saying that Dolph called one of the PRE people, they didn't answer the phone or something like that. And then they said when he called him back, he didn't get an answer. And this was earlier in the day. If Dolph was feeling some type of way, anxious, like somebody's following him, or felt that, something was wrong about this whole situation, why would he just still go to the cookie shop? Why would he get out of a bulletproof car to go into a store where nothing but windows there, and you're still vulnerable? Some don't seem right. He, at that moment, did not think that he was in danger. I don't think. And the cars had to have, planted themselves around where they needed to be planted for Dolph to feel like, okay, let me go in here. But the thing of it is, too, I want y'all to think about, if Dolph was feeling some type of way, and I don't see how, if you've been hit before, okay, I've been hit before, okay, if you have been hit before, and Dolph, which has, okay, why wouldn't you be on alert? You just got away, you got away from, 100 shots, you got away from 50 shots. You just had an argument with these people. You are seeing their cars riding past you at a gas station. Why would you not be on alert when you got to the Makitas, y'all? I want y'all to remember a false sense of security, okay? When he got out of that car, when Dolph got out of that car at Makitas, those cars was already planted, at least one of them, across the street, y'all. In a cut across the street over there in that little corner. It looks like a car was over there hanging out in that little spot. Okay? So why wouldn't his antennas go up, y'all, and be like, wait a minute, it's cars parked across the street, wherever that little spot is. I don't know what that is over there right across the street from Makita's, but it was clearly a car park right there in the cut facing Makita's. Y'all want to tell me that, and the police, everybody wants y'all to believe that Dolph was already arguing with people. He's already on alert, but he stopped at Makita's anyway. just to get 2 cookies, 2 lemon and 2 strawberry cookies, 4 cookies, y'all. I want y'all to think about Mo 3 too. Think about Mo 3 when he got, these 4 cars following him around. People say that they were shaking toys out of the window at Mo 3 like it's that time, which don't make no sense because, why would you stay on the phone with your manager if somebody's shaking stuff out the window at you? Something don't add up with that. But this is what they say they was doing to him. Okay? But I doubt it. I think they just was following him till he got on the expressway. And I do believe that was supposed to be a scene. He was supposed to be finishing up that video shoot from the night before. Okay? And they wanted an action scene in that video. And that's how he got caught up, because he got out that car to go to the other side. No true hustler, no true gangster, y'all, is going to have to get out that car to get to their toy. It don't make sense. All the true gangsters and hustlers, they're going to get that, whatever they need to get, they will not be able to reach it from wherever they're sitting at. Because ain't no time for to be getting out running to the other side of the car, y'all. Ain't no time for that. That's why it looks as if that was a scene from a video shoot that they showed us on how he went out. And they just lied and, had witnesses out there. Because, somebody came to my page and they was like, one of the witnesses said they saw the whole thing. A whole bunch of witnesses said they saw the whole thing. But look at the witnesses. Look at their background in Mo 3's case. A lot of the witnesses are Trap's family and friends, y'all. People that know Trap. This is what I heard. So I'm going to say allegedly. Now, why in the world do people have toys, all these cars surrounding Mo 3, and all this footage to make this watch party? There was cameras on the scene. People had their phones out recording the whole thing. Now let's get back to Dolph. He was being recorded too, y'all. He started being recorded from the gas station. Now, not only was somebody in the front of him passing by that he noticed that car, somebody was behind him recording him noticing that car, y'all. So he was surrounded too. People already had their phones in motion and play for the tape whatever they could. And Lord knows what else they got it from the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because if this is, following the footsteps of Mo 3 being taken out, then it would not surprise me, y'all, if somebody recorded the whole thing surrounding that store. I would not be surprised if somebody from the inside recorded or somebody from the outside recorded. Or if there were pictures taken from the inside to make sure the job was done, y'all. Because this is the same thing they did with Mo 3, y'all. I want y'all to just pay attention to this. He was surrounded just like Mo 3. Look at the cars. And I'm going to give a shout out to Onan for this. Okay? He is putting all of these cars together with all of the artists. Now this white car, y'all. This little fancy white car. That car was on the scene. It's a lot of... I'm going to just say this. One thing that Onan is good at is placing these cars with the people that allegedly did it, y'all. Okay? Placing these cars. And all of these cars is adding up that CMG had something to do with this. Now, ask yourself this question, y'all. Is it a matter of time before the feds start picking up Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, and Yo Gotti? Because like I told y'all, it looks as if somebody is schooling, Yo Gotti to keep his hands and stuff clean in this whole thing. Because all the evidence is adding up to Black Youngster and Moneybagg. If you think about the fancy cars that was on the scene. And get this, y'all. Now they're saying that Key Glock and his uncle was on the scene too, y'all. Now, how is Key Glock on the scene? Moneybag Yo is on the scene, or Black Youngster, one of them. They're saying they were on the scene together. And they don't want you to think that Key Glock was involved. He had ties to CMG artists. They were his buddies. They people that, were surrounding CMG. People that surrounding this case. Key Glock was keeping up with these guys and sending posts, liking their pictures and all of this other mess. And y'all still think it's a coincidence that Key Glock got all these pictures with the people that's locked up? And he's all smiles now, y'all. And a lot of people is just, trying to brush it off and say, oh, he's just childish. He's this, he's that. He got a lot of growing up to do. I don't know what y'all see, but I see sneaky. I see somebody that wanted to take Dolph's place, but can never fill those shoes. That's what I see. He's just playing the role right now. But it would never fit him, y'all. It will never fit. Is it a coincidence? Or is it facts, y'all? Ask yourself this question. So many things that took place with Dolph. Same lineup with Mo3. Get him to this destination and it's going to go down. People were already planted. Think about this. There were people planted on this expressway, y'all. People were planted on the expressway with Mo3. People were planted around this cookie shop for Dolph. That white car, that car was close by waiting for Dolph to get there. And somebody from the inside knew, okay? If Dolph spent the night with another female, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what's going around. So I'm going to say word on the street and allegedly. If Dolph spent the night with another female and his baby mama was mad about it, why not call him and say, can you stop by and at least grab me some cookies since you in the neighborhood over there already? Okay? Who really called Dolph? I think it's so important. Dolph phone records is so important. Okay? His phone records are so very important. But at the same time, y'all have to think about this. And with Mo3, Mo3 had more than one phone. Did they check the phone that he wasn't even on? Or wasn't using for certain things? They use certain phones for certain things. When they want to cheat on a girl, they use certain phones with that. When they want to handle certain business deals and, grimy stuff out in the street that they don't want the police to know about, they have certain phones for that. So could the police have Dolph phone records that he deals with the family members with? I'm just saying, y'all. But the real person that called his other phone, could that phone be missing? Okay, y'all? Remember paperwork party? The fake paperwork people said that when they met up with Mo3 later on, his manager had his phone. So if the police had a phone and the manager had a phone, could the phone that the manager had been the one that had the evidence on there of who all called Mo3, the text message, the everything, y'all? And could this be the case with Dolph, okay? Could Dolph have the police have another phone? And don't have the other phone that he handled his business with and that people was calling him on. And is this how they're sending off the police and sending off the feds? Because if they're copying off of Mo3 whole little thing, it's very important that they had that main phone. That who was really on the phone with Dolph. Because this is not coming up. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody has said anything about who called Dolph when he was in that store to throw him off of paying attention to the things that were going on around him. Guys, y'all have to think about this. If you got enemies out in the streets, if you see a car that's familiar that's around and you getting a little edgy and you just had a argument with somebody, don't let phones distract you, because that phone call could possibly be a part of you letting your guards down. Okay, y'all? It seems like something was off about Dolph that morning, because it doesn't make sense that you just got into an argument. You didn't been hit up twice. You just stopped at a gas station and you're being recorded from behind. You're supposed to pay attention all around you. You're being recorded from behind, y'all. You're watching a car go past of somebody that's in there that you just got into it with. And you mean to tell me Dolph went on to the cookie shop and act like nothing was happening at that moment? Something is not adding up, y'all. But what is adding up is he was surrounded by cars. He was surrounded by people with phones recording him. And whoever this female was that was recording him, I bet if they snatch her little ass up, things will come out, because she could have been a plant as well that recorded Dolph, making sure everybody know he's around, y'all. Okay, he's here now. Already Raven had put the word out that every time he come in town he stopped by here. How did people get to the scene so fast, y'all? And is this an area where Key Glock and them hang out at? Because they got to the scene really fast, y'all, the uncle. And so is that an area where, they hang out at? That would make sense that, Key Glock and his uncle pulled up there to see what was going on if they live in the area. But if they're not from that area, depending on how fast they got there, did he know already that it was supposed to take place, y'all? Something's just not adding up. It just don't make sense. And just like I told y'all before, for Dolph to have this whole sleet of, these camouflage cars and trucks, why wouldn't these cars and trucks, be used not for just for clout, but be used when you're moving around in a city where you have people that don't like you? And everybody was like, oh, he was comfortable like that. Dolph was like that. I understand that, okay? I understand you being comfortable where you came from in one way. But think about this. He got 2 attempts on his life, y'all. He just got into an argument on the phone. And it's just like Mo 3. They say Mo 3 was arguing with his manager. That was put out there, that Mo 3 and his manager had an argument. Okay? Then, right before he's, when he was out of town, they say he had an argument with Rain. And then it so happened you're on the phone with Rain when you're taken out. Dolph had just had an argument with somebody. So, like I said, comfortable or not, when you just had an argument with someone, your guard's supposed to be up anyway. But it's supposed to be up 10 times fold when you just had an argument with somebody. Then you just got back in your car and that person is riding past and you're looking at them. The first thing you're supposed to say when you get back in that car is tell Demon, be ready. I just seen so-and-so son a car that looks like it belongs to, whomever he might have had that argument with. Demon's supposed to have been right by his side. Now ask yourself this question. Now they're saying people was waiting on the inside. If people was waiting on the inside, then when Dolph and his brother went in the inside, then why is there no footage of nobody walking in, y'all? And why take out Dolph and not take out his brother too? I don't see people caring about his brother like that. If they, if you're Dolph's enemy, you don't care about taking his brother out. Think about this, y'all. They said that, you know, Black Youngster Brother was taken out. They sent Black Youngster Brother to take out Dolph, and he ended up getting taken out, right, y'all? So if Black Youngster was putting any kind of, hit on Dolph, would he care about taking out his brother too, y'all? Make it make sense. Why would his brother come out squeaky clean without a mark on his body? Pamela Hill said they both came in the store and was over there in that corner. We see the hits coming through the front of the window, and there's some on the side. Dolph was shot in his neck, y'all. Well, I think his neck. Yeah. He was shot from the side. In his temple, y'all. Who could get up close enough to him and hit him in his temple, y'all? They were going for pivot points, okay? Points that would make sure he was gone this time. Who was close enough to put something up to Dolph's head, y'all? Huh? Other than Demon. Something ain't adding up here, y'all. Is the story that Demon fed them, is it true? Ask yourself this question. Is the story that the Makitas is feeding the police and the feds, is it true, y'all? Another thing that stands out is what Onan just put up on his page, y'all, about a witness said he was hit 22 times, y'all. How would that witness know how many times he was hit unless somebody put that word out there to say that? And then afterwards, it shows up after months afterwards. Then here's the autopsy report, 22 hits. How did somebody know that on the scene? Before it ever came out. Before he even laid on the table for them to check his body out. I think word on the street, I do believe that one hitter was supposed to hit so many times and the other hitter was supposed to hit so many times. Somebody from that inside gave that first hit, which made it that, maybe 2 times from the inside of the store he was hit. And the other hitters was supposed to make sure that they hit 5 times each, y'all. Or 10 times each, y'all. So 2 hitters on the front. Light him up when you get up to that window. He was already down. So did 2 hits come from the inside of that store, y'all? And then the other hitters hit 10 times each to get them 22 hits. That white car was very close by when Dolph got into that store. Were they parked somewhere waiting? And if they were, that definitely means this was an inside job, y'all. Look how fast that white car pulled up after they walked into the shop. Look how fast it took for his phone to ring while he was at the counter, and then he walked away. Was Dolph sitting down, y'all? Was he on the phone sitting down talking to somebody and then somebody from Akita standing in front of him and somebody on the side of him, y'all, while he was on the phone talking? And if somebody was waiting on the inside, why ain't they talking about this? Why ain't Makita's and the Raven, she talk about everything else? Why she ain't saying anything about this? Something just ain't adding up. If somebody's chasing you and you're in a bulletproof car, you're going to stay in a bulletproof car. And hell with them cookies. If you're going to pick up some money from Makita's, it's a different thing. If somebody's after you, you don't see them no more, you get in your car and they done drove off, you think. But really, they done just dipped onto the side somewhere and you don't see them anymore. You feeling, oh, it's cool, I'm just a little paranoid, and going on in the cookie shop because you're going in there to pick up some money. You going in there to do some business. Not just go for some cookies. That cookie whole lab was, I believe, made up. And why did they say lemon and strawberry cookies? Is it because they didn't have any chocolate chip cookies made up, y'all, at the time? So they just went along and said he didn't stop by there for his favorite cookies, but he came by there for some lemon and strawberry cookies. I cannot wait for this case to start because I want to hear all the details. I want to hear the mother say that she sent him to get some cookies. I want to hear all of this, y'all. For real. We need to hear it all. And when did the mother tell him to go get them cookies? Did she call him that morning and tell him to go get them cookies? Is there phone records of this? Is there phone records of somebody else telling him his mama wants some cookies? You know, we need to get down to the nitty gritty on this. And they're going to have to go pull up everything. They're going to have phone records. They're going to have it all, y'all, for to pull up this information on why Dolph went to that cookie shop. Because I do believe Dolph went to that cookie shop for to pick up some money. And it's starting to make sense to why these guys, everybody was like, why would somebody be breaking into a cookie shop while it's closed, y'all? Maybe for those special cookies and brownies and stuff that people be selling at the dispensaries, y'all. Something is odd about this whole thing. Something is very odd about this. Did anybody from the Makitas call Dolph that morning and tell him to come pick up his money? Like, it's something very odd about this whole situation, y'all. Even with Pamela stopping by there before she go to the other store when she didn't need to. Unless she was dropping off some special cookies that they made overnight. Ask yourself this question. I mean, if you are good at cooking cookies, y'all, and pies and cakes and all of this stuff, a lot of people that I know, you know, not know, but I know people that cook a lot of cookies and stuff, and they know, you know, what temperature to put, you know, that special stuff in there and everything, y'all. So, you know, was she dropping off some special cookies that Dolph was supposed to pick up that day, y'all? For her to go out of her way to go to that store just to say she went to check up on people, is this an excuse that she's using, y'all? Okay? Is this an excuse that she is using as to why she dropped off them special cookies that morning? And she's keeping that part out. Because if she said this on social media, on national TV, let me be quiet now. For I tell, you know, for she let the cat out the bag. Let me be quiet. She talking too much. This is what Pamela said. So was she told, well, you just say you stopped by because she's on the camera footage for stopping by that day. And I remember I said this. I said, if she don't normally stop by there, then there was a reason she stopped by there. Either to say bye to her store location because she knew what was going on, or was she stopping by to drop off some special cookies, y'all, that maybe Dolph was picking up or something, okay? Or is that their routine? Did she drop off stuff over there? You know, it was something that he was picking up from over there, okay? Ain't nobody going out their way for no cookies like that, okay? Unless it got something in it. And we know people love them special cookies and cakes, okay, y'all, and brownies. Okay? Because I like man, too. Was she dropping off something, y'all, that they don't cook in the location? They maybe cook at home because the smell comes from it, y'all. When you cook it at home, you can smell it in the air. So maybe they didn't want police to smell it in the air, so they cook it at home and it just drops it off, and particular people picks it up, y'all. Was that the case with Pamela? Could her only part in this thing be that she, maybe they didn't tell Pamela about the whole situation that was going to go down? Maybe she's just the person that cooks these special cookies for them. Okay, y'all? And she was maybe delivering them that day. But she had no clue of what else was going to happen. And she went on about the other story. Some people, when they're doing crimes, they don't tell certain people the whole thing. It's just like I was telling y'all about the hitters. If you got certain hitters, people don't tell them the whole lineup about, oh, this person got you, is involved. This person is involved. This person. They only tell them their part. You are to go, show up, do this, and leave. So maybe they don't know the whole lineup of who all else was involved, y'all. The lesser people know, the better, right? So just think about this, y'all. Just want to put something on y'all mind today. Too much circumstances that add up with the same two people, Mo3 and young Dolph, and the same people that will surround Mo3 and young Dolph. So is it a coincidence that these same people, same exact people, is surrounded about the same two artists and taken out similar ways? Cars all around them, people filming them, all of this mess. Is it a coincidence, y'all? Ask yourself this question. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks so much for watching, y'all. Peace.